Hey everybody, I posted some pictures on my Facebook today and everybody wants to know how I did it. So I figured I would do a quick little tutorial on how to upcycle a fake Christmas tree, which is what I've been doing all day. So let's get it out of the way right now. No, I do not have cancer, so you don't have to stop feeling sorry for me. No, I am completely aware of how absolutely ratchet I look. But I couldn't go take a shower and do my makeup because all my stuff's here, so I figured I would do a tutorial while everything is here. So now that that's out of the way, and you no longer feel sorry for me, let's get started. Okay, so you're going to need a few things, and those things are going to include a fake Christmas tree. You're going to need some wire clippers. You're going to need scissors and wire. This wire right here is just a simple little floral wire. It's not the heavy-duty kind, nor is it the super soft, flexible kind. So I can use my fingers with this. Just cannot cut this with regular scissors. So let's get started. What I like to personally do is I take the tree apart. These Christmas trees come in, the bottom layer of your tree is much bigger than the top layer. So, and the top piece usually is like one solid looking small Christmas tree. So what I like to do is lay it out in sizes. When I make garland, I tend to use the middle and top layers, is not to use so much the big ones, just kind of depending what you do. The big ones I tend to use for my flags. Those you usually find on a lamppost or your front door or something like that. I actually have one over in the corner, and I'll show you that here shortly. And then I also will show you the one right above my head. So that's what I did today. Okay, so now let's get started here. Okay, so what I like to do is take my stuff to where I'm working. I actually made that up there, right up there. Okay, so bring your pieces to your thing, which is this. See this? This is what you use. I lay this directly on top of the piece. Okay. Then I take another piece and I lay it right on top of it. So this is actually, there I go, 2 pieces. And if you can see right here, where am I at? Right there is the wire where it's connected. You can't really see it, so it ends up looking like something like this. Hi, peekaboo. And just keep stacking them. Keep going until you get your swag, garland, whatever you're making, whatever you're doing. That's it. Take your wire, put it where you need it, where you don't. The great thing about this stuff is too is that if you do not have wire, this right here is very bendable. Okay, this is bendable. Take this, make it a napkin ring. Take this, put it around a candle, whatever. There's 1,000 things. Don't make me get all my crafty ways out. Okay, this actually was taken. This piece, this straight piece, was taken from the very top piece of your fake Christmas tree. For mine, like I said, my top piece looks like a little baby Christmas tree on its own. I just flipped it upside down and started cutting pieces off, and I ended up with a bunch of these. Okay, I'm going to put these on my Christmas table. Like I said, they'll be napkin rings. I'll put them around a few candles. I'm not sure how this will go with a hot glue. I might just wire this piece and set a candle right in it. You could even stack a couple of these up. Like I said, possibilities are endless, folks. Okay, so let's get started. Now that you've got your entire garland assembled with your wire, laying it out, bingo, bingo, I like to add in my lights at this point. When I put my lights in the garland up there, I actually used wire and I wired them in. When you buy a garland at the store, that tends to be what they do. They wire it in. It makes it look better. It makes it look more professional. Just the kind of look that I like. If you don't want to do it, don't. That actually is probably an 8-foot garland. I used 200 lights, overkill maybe, but you know me, that's how I do things. Okay, so now that you've got your garland made and you've got your lights on and all that stuff, we're going to talk about ornaments. Talk about ornaments. Okay, so you see that one right? Gotta use the camera backwards. Sorry. See that one right there? That's a big one. And then I think there is, oh, that red one right there. And then there should be one right. It's backwards on everything. Okay. That one right there. Okay. Anyways. Sorry, directions are so confusing. Get your big ornaments and get them anchored in. Now, I say do your big ones first simply because it's easier to do those. You'll have more room. When you start getting a bunch of baby ones in there, then you don't have room for your big ones. and you want to kind of like even and space out your big ones. You don't want to have too much in one spot. Although I say there's no such thing as too much over the top. Okay, so once you've got your big pieces in, and you start going with your little ones. Now, the great thing about these little glitter pieces here is that they're, this one, they add a lot of jazz and pizzazz to your garland. Now, don't add too many of these, as it can cheapen it. It really does, you know, when it hits the lights, as you can clearly see here, the sparkle that it gives off, it's fantastic. Now, if you take the same exact one and put it with 50 more of these, they look so cheap. So don't do it. Now, the other thing that you can do with these is, if you just have a simple plain one, which I will show you guys, something like this, which you want to add a bunch of these to, and you have some of this. Well, ta-da, what is this? This is mesh ribbon. This comes in bolts like this. Looks like this. How much better I look. I think we'll do the entire video like this. Okay, so this is just a piece I cut. It's actually leftover scrap. Nothing spectacular. However, if you take this and give yourself a to fold it all up and kink it all in, I'm not sure if this is something you think or not, but you can actually slide it through. Now I'm going to show you this little thing right there. Okay, you can actually slide it through that little hole there. Like this. Pull it through. And now you have a cute little, okay, to tuck right in your little garland. Precious, right? Okay, the other thing that you can do is, I will show you guys, and while I was making these, I had a little epiphany of my next project, which will be a wreath. Okay, so you see these little, look at this. Okay, I so do not know these webcam cameras are backwards. Okay, see all this? Like, how cool is that? So this is one of them. Ta-da! And if you stack them all up and you put them in a circle, it looks like a big old wreath, right? I'm telling you, I'm going to make one of these tomorrow. Anyways, what I like to do is tuck them in my garland throughout. The one above me has several. I will show you those as well. The next piece that I'm making is for another piece in this room, and it is going to be silver and gold. The one behind me is silver and red. Okay. Again, let's show you how this is done. Super simple, super, super easy. Grab your ribbon, take a piece, and what I mean by take a piece, I don't think I need to show you how to cut. Scissors, like this, cut. Okay, so I'm going to take about a 6-inch, and there is really no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, because this stuff has a little bit of elastic, so it pulls a little bit, so the shape is never consistent, and it looks god-awful. So nobody's going to come out and judge you on your cutting or shape skills, because it can be hideous. So I have this long piece. You can clearly see how long it is, and you can see that it's curling in the middle and everything else. So I'm going to take it, and I'm actually just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cut it in half, okay? Okay. Now, I'm going to lay it on top of each other. The bottom piece is bigger than the top piece, or however you want to call it, okay? Now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to find the middle with my finger. Here we go. Pointing. And I'm going to stuff it up in there in that hole that I've made with my finger, okay? See that? Now I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to grab it. Ta-da! Squeeze it. It's done. See that top? How pretty is that? I'm going to take a piece of wire, which I've already pre-cut all my little pieces of wire, and I'm just going to wrap it. Just like that. Ta-da! Check it out. That's cool, right? And you can take this and shape it and flip it and do whatever you want and pin it however you want and everything else. And you can do these in all red and they give it like a poinsettia effect, which is what I did up there. So again, now I have all of these little pieces for my garland. And I'll just take all these and I'll stick them in here. And then I'll take all of these little gold and silver and everything else, and I'll stick them in, and it's going to be beautiful. Kind of like the one above me. So you guys ready to see it? Like I said, This is actually the first one I ever made. Oh, okay. That I have upcycled my Christmas tree. So, you guys see that? How cool is that? Okay, so you see my little mesh pieces? There's little sprigs, and there's a poinsettia, and there's a star, and all those great little things. Oh, look at all the Christmas trees in the other room behind me. I have 8 Christmas trees myself. Okay. So see? Cool, right? Okay. So, sorry guys. Okay. That's it. That's how you do it. Not hard. This is nothing crazy or anything else. Nothing. Just you got this. Have fun. One more thing that I could show you, guys, how to do. Oh, and this ribbon stuff makes like garland in itself. You see this big mess of. This is what the roll looks like at the bottom, and it's coming undone. So if you just kind of take it, the end here, and what I like to do is fold, kind of like accordion sand. See that? You can run a piece of needle and thread through there, and then as it kind of comes out, you end up with something that looks like this. And you kind of twist, and you put lights on there, and you can stuff all kinds of stuff in there. The other thing is too is that sometimes you just have like a windowsill that needs a little pep, needs a little jump, needs a little something. The top piece that looks like a Christmas tree. If you have a flower pot that you can stick that in outside, put sand in it, stick that, because it does have a hole in it. Stick it in there, stick it in the soil, stick it in the ground, whatever. You don't have to get rid of it. Mine actually has a metal rod that I could stick it right in that. Stick it in the flower pot, stick it in whatever. But anyways, I started cutting those branches off. And I have this little piece here, and I've wired all this stuff up. Right now it looks like the mange. However, when I get done with it, it's going to look spectacular because I'm going to start taking these pieces and fluffing them up and getting them to where they all look more alive. Because, again, remember, it's going to be flat. Don't look good right now. But anyways, so use all your pieces. Use all your parts. Have fun. Get creative. Any questions, ask me. I'm not a professional, so I don't know what I can answer and what I can't answer, but I'll be more than happy to help you. So, Merry Christmas. Have fun, guys.